Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is plug in your USB drive, and then on your desktop right click and go to new folder, and when you do that it's going to pop up and you can rename it. Okay, I don't need that, so I'm going to get rid of it. I have one right here. I just named it Old Fonts. And then what you need to do is open your File Explorer. If you don't know how to do that, just click here and type File Explorer and it'll come up right here. Click on that and then it's going to open your files. Come down to the C drive, local disk C, Windows, and fonts. And here are all your installed fonts. So then what you're going to want to do is, let me get this out of the way. You can shrink this window. I don't know if I can do it because I'm recording, but I should be able to. You can shrink this window so that you can get to your folder here. And then just left click, drag, and drop. Now you can hover over this and hold Control and then hover over the next one, and it should, well, it's not working, so you're gonna just have to left click, drag, and drop. I'm not sure if you can copy any of the pre-installed. Let me get down here to the Microsoft ones. Let's see. Microsoft Sans. I'm not sure if you can copy those or not. But anyway, once you get those in that folder, then you can, let me minimize that. Come down here to this little arrow on your taskbar. I don't think you can see that. Let me try to move this record window down. Here we go. All right, so you're going to have a little arrow here. If you click on that, you'll find your USB drive. It's going to be in here. It tells you if you just hover over what they are. This is my, it says safely remove hardware and eject media, but this is my external hard drive right here. So then, anyway, that's how to find it. Okay, so once you have these in the folder, then you're going to want to move them to that hard drive. So you're going to open up your folder again and come down to this PC, and then it will be down here. You'll have your local drive, which is your computer, basically. Don't mess with that one. But you'll have another drive over here. And if you click on that, it's going to open up all of your files that are on your hard drive. Your external hard drive, which in your case, I think you're using a USB. So anyway, once you get that open, then all you have to do is move this folder to that drive. Just drag and drop. Okay? And then, let's see. It dropped it down here. So now I can come to that little arrow on my taskbar and I can right click and eject, and what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that it saves everything, and then it's just the safest way to ensure your files are going to be okay. Because if you just unplug it, you may get corrupted files or whatever. So it's best to eject it safely. All right, so then you'll just unplug it. You'll take it to your new computer. You'll plug it in, and then you can come down here and find it, or you can go back to your File Explorer and go back to, I hate having this so big. Can't see it up there because my recording thing is in the way. Okay, so then you're going to come back to this PC. You're going to find your drive again, and then you're going to find your folder, and you're going to open that, and then you're going to right click on the OTF and the TTF files. Okay, just make sure that they say OTF. And if it has a long name and you can't read it all, if you hover right here between name and date modified, left click and drag, then it'll show you the rest of it. Now you can see that this is an OTF. All right, so then you just right click and install for all users. And then the next one, right click and install for all users. And then once I do that, on my external hard drive, I have, let's see, fonts. I have installed fonts, which I just installed these two. So I'll drag and drop those into the installed fonts. And then these two I didn't install, but they're TTF and OTF files. So I'm going to move those there. Reason being I do it that way is because I have the StarCraft Create software, and you can temporarily install fonts. So I have this TTF and OTF with these fonts in here that I can use in the Create software without actually having to install them onto my computer. That's why I do it that way. But you know, if you don't plan on keeping them on your USB drive, then don't worry about it. Just right click and install them all, and then when you're done, come back down here to the arrow at the bottom and find it and right click on it and eject it. Okay, I think that's it. Basically, you're just making a file and going again to this PC and open your drive, and then move your folder into that drive, or into that, well, it is actually a drive. And then you're going to safely eject, and then you're going to plug it into your new computer, and you're going to open it up by going to this PC and open up that drive, find your file, and of course mine is empty now, but and then, you know, if you need to move this bar, and right click on all of the OTF files. If you have a choice between OTF and TTF, choose the OTF. Reason being, if there's any glyphs or any extra things within the file, you're going to be able to get to those. If you just install the TTF file, you won't be able to. A lot of those, especially from DaFont, a lot of the OTF files that do have extra glyphs, you know, swooshes and all that stuff, you have to pay for the font to be able to get those. But I still suggest installing the OTF file because it's a smaller file than what the TTF file is. So look for the OTF files, right click on those, install for all users. If you have the choice, choose the OTF. Otherwise, the TTF is fine to use. All right. That's it, really. If you have any questions, just message me and I'll answer them for you.